Welcome to Tier 1 Wallaby Racing League. My name is Skillsy. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to another electric evening of Wallaby Racing League Tier 1 action. We enter tonight with a championship fight that has officially gone feral. Sitting proudly in F1 with a name that sounds like someone fell asleep on the keyboard is the unstoppable force of nature, Fat Cat Batman Catman. He has been the Max Verstappen of the entire league, winning everything, refusing to lift and generally bullying the grid into submission with pace so strong it should honestly be illegal. Hot and on the chase though, you can never count him out, is Left for Dead. Hot is probably a little bit generous given his previous form. Currently P4 in the standings, who has spent more time in the gym taking mirror selfies and emotionally supporting his mate Wingy Woo than he has in the sim, and probably what is thankful for his recent form of late. Analysts are generally asking the big question, is he still a title contender, or has he become the league's first full-time lifestyle influencer? Jono and Muso Gaming share P2 and P3 on equal points, both absolutely flying this season, while Alex Kelly, who used to lead the championship last week, has fallen harder than a Red Bull rear wing at high altitude. Wingy Woo sitting comfortably in P6, spiritually P90, emotionally in counselling. This is Tier 1. This is chaos. This is what peak sim racing looks like. Buckle up, tighten the gloves, because it is Wallaby Racing League Tier 1, and it's about to go off. I am excited. Welcome, everyone. And if you couldn't get any more excited, it does look like the rain is falling here in Singapore. It's a wet qualifying. I do wonder whether it's going to be a wet race as well. So welcome, everyone. We have got Pop Top Bongo and the Wingy Woo himself out on track right now with Thomas Reid for the McLaren just leaving the garage, and I am very excited about this evening. Let me just load up the chat so I can talk to you all. Plugger, welcome, mate. Welcome. Shiny, Piastri, Skillsy dad joke. I've got a good Skillsy dad joke, actually. Because I did hear an interesting fact the other day that apparently what you eat before bed determines what dreams you have at night. So I thought that was quite interesting, actually. So what you eat determines what you dream about at night. And if you have licorice before bed, you just dream of all sorts. Get it? You dream of all sorts. Hey, Cooper Trooper, mate. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well tonight, mate. How is the Mercedes going, mate? Are you in the race tonight? I thought you were. Yes, you were. No, Ryan Adair is coming up as well for the Mercedes. So let me just put on those headphones this evening. We are well, Dynasty Sparrow. Welcome to the chat, mate. It's always good to have you here, mate. Pop Top Banger goes P1 so far with a 1:49.093. I was wondering why it was so slow, and then I realized that it was in fact raining. Thomas Reid P2 and the other McLaren in Wingy Woo. Good to see him got his seat back. He's got his rig back. Good to see him in the McLaren seat. There has been rumours though of a Mr. Adams in the Discord looking to get back into a seat. Will he pull a wild card in the draft, in the trade window? Of course, he has to race 2 races as a reserve before he can get picked up. Thomas Reid has done it before. Will he do it again? All questions will be answered in the next few weeks. Cooper, Ryan wanted to have a crack at it. Yeah, mate, I think he's going to be fast enough as we see MC Jammy, who is Musey, by the way. I figured it out as of last week with a 1:47.773. That time is a little bit more respectable and what we've come to expect from our Tier 1 runners, as Fat Cat Batman Catman goes a 1:48.1, and JD Thunder 1:47.1 with a cracking time with the full wets on there. I've got the bottle, guys. I have got the bottle of water once more. I wonder how this new mic's going. Is it better? I've got the bottle, guys. I think so. It's quite clear, eh? It's the Rode NTC USB Mini. I upgraded from the Blue Yeti. And, yeah, it's good. I started a podcast with it as well, hence the arm. So it's quite helpful for those sort of things as well. As we see Jono, currently P2 in the championship, go at 1:46.978. Flubber, is he starting his flying lap? He is on a flying lap. Let's just get you guys some of this then. Hey, get in ya. Lap data as well. We can move this little baby. It's all right. It's all right up there, isn't it? You can still see the lap data. Yep. All right. So here we go then. Flubber coming around for his flying lap. Where does he go? Only good enough for P12. Alex Kelly, of course, he DNF'd last week in the first lap of the race. There has been accusations all over the place, him blaming other drivers. But what can Alex Kelly do tonight? Kalki comes through and he can go bang with a 1:46.697 and says, I am still in this championship, boys. Don't count me out. I'm in the Williams. It looks like a McLaren as Alex Kelly. Kalki goes P1. Provisional pole here at Singapore. Mozza in the Ferrari on his flying lap as well. Oh, a little bit of slip and just keeps it out of the wall. Pumps the battery down this back straight. I'm not sure if he's on a lap. It does look like it is. He comes through the final chicane. You don't have a lot of grip, especially when it's this wet. He's on the intermediates as well. I think Alex Kelly set that lap on the full wets. Comes around the final corner. Does Mozza in the Ferrari. What can he do? Only good enough for P14 with a 1:49.673. Audrey comes through. He's currently P18 in that beautiful pink Racing Bull, mind you, goes good enough for P7 as Pop Top Bongo goes P5 in the Williams then, and only Websy and Uffenhoff yet to race. So the question is, will Uffenhoff and Kalki finish the race tonight? They couldn't get through on the streets of Baku by the Caspian Sea, but can they get through tonight and avoid the walls as Fat Cat Back Cat Man goes provisional pole with a cracking lap to the tune of 8.5 tenths, mind you, with a 1:45.784. Alex Kelly also going around for a lap right now as Sammy goes P3 with a 1:46.844. No, Alex Kelly would just be going back to the pits then. Jono, is he on a flying? Yes, he is, and he's 4 tenths up at the moment. And so the track is evolving as rubber gets put down and a dry line maybe starting to appear, or they're just getting used to the positions. But let's have a look what the Aston Martin of Jono can do. Currently P2 in the standings for Wallaby Racing League down this main straight. 8.5 minutes to go in qualifying for Tier 1. Around the final chicane, gets nice and up on that curb. That is the ideal line. Then pumps the battery. 40% battery left, mind you, around the final corner. And he goes bang with a lot of battery left. Pole position with a 1:45.1 and throws the gauntlet down for the rest of the field as Thomas Reed invalidates. That's not going to help his championship battle at all. Ryan Adair, currently a Tier 2 driver for FST, is sliding around the tracks of Singapore, but he has invalidated, and so he won't set a lap. Pop Top Bongo, what can he do? No, he's up. He starts his flying lap, though. So let's ride on board with him and have a look what he can do. Around turn 2 and 3, then he gets up on that curb, which usually you don't like to do. Gets the car straight, puts the foot down, and invalidates the lap, just like the wanker that he can be. So, around Singapore, who have we got that we can have a look at then who has not invalidated getting back to the pit? 7.5 minutes to go. Now is decision time. Is Thomas Reed out for a lap? No, he might be. Let's have a look. Let's ride on board with Thomas Reed as he comes down this straight. Obviously, the McLaren team principal. He turns shit drivers like Skillsy and makes them semi-decent drivers. So up into turn 5 we go then. hits the brake down into second gear, gives him a little bit more traction out of the corner. He just lifts off the accelerator to get the car turning around here into sector 2 then, and up to the bridge section we go. You want heavy brake, cut this corner off and make the track as little length as possible as you come around the Singapore Bridge and up to the all-important hairpin then. It is a blind braking zone as you brake just past the wall on the outside. You've got to have big balls around here. Get the car rotated around that hairpin and get back on the power as soon as possible. Down this DRS straight then. Just line the car up for the braking zone. Try and rotate it across that corner. You've got to watch invalidating the lap on the outside there, but use as much track as you can then. The third DRS straight. Puts the foot down. Opens the back window. Comes up to the final chicane then. He wants to rotate the car for the last little bit here. One track to go, a little bit of a slip, hit the wall with the tyre, shouldn't have hurt him too much. Comes around currently in P14 is Thomas Reed. What can he do? Thomas Reed goes P4 with a 1:45.274, and as that was happening, MC Jammy Lodge, which is Music Gaming in the Alpine, currently leading the constructors as well, goes provisional pole with a 1:44.882. Connors, how are you, mate? Welcome to the stream, mate. I'm glad that you are here. It is good to have you, mate. We are Tier 1. This is Wallaby Racing League. Let me just get this down here so you can see. Oh, maybe I can put this over here. There you go. There you go. That way you can see a little bit more of the telemetry, but we are glad that you are here. Evil Blade, welcome, mate. Glad to have you in the stream, mate. Long-serving admin and legend of Wallaby Racing League as we see Sammy go P2 in the Ferrari. This is Jono. Is he going to finish his lap or is he going to come in? 4.5 minutes to go. It is definitely coming up to business time as he comes around the final corner. He says he's got a lap in him though. Can he take pole position off MC Jam in the Alpine? He can, and throws the gauntlet down to the tune of 9/10 of a second and sits a 1:43.964. What a lap by Jono in the Aston Martin. The championship battle is heating up and qualifying is heating up here as well. Thomas Reed has stayed out. Is he going to come back in? Is he going to have time? Pole position is going to be super important here. This is Wallaby Racing League Tier 1 here in Singapore, and Sammy gets caught there cutting the lap. And if anyone would like to clip that and put it in the stewards, that will be a qualifying ban for next week. So maybe Kirko can have a word, because that was Sammy cutting through at the Singapore Grand Prix. JDM, Mr. Thunder then, is he out on a lap? No, he's not. 6/10 up on his time. And so everyone's now coming back to the pit, getting ready for their final runs. Jono in the Aston Martin is going to be the driver you're going to have to beat, and 1:43.9 is going to be the time you're going to have to beat if you want to put your rig on the front row here at Singapore. Yeah, Plugger, it's, yeah, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Who knows, mate? But all that's going to matter in the end is whether the stewards say yes or no. Wingy Woo down through the middle sector, and then 3 minutes to go. Is he on a flying lap? He very much could be then. And up to the Singapore Bridge we go then. Oh, I don't know. It looks pretty slow, actually. Maybe he's just trying to get back to the pits. He is on those intermediate tyres. Websy on his out lap at the moment, getting ready for his last flying run. The Aston Martins with the team principal of Roshan Robot doing very well. Wingy Woo setting a purple middle sector though. Pumps the ERS then. This will be his final run here at Singapore Grand Prix for qualifying. Down that last straight we're going into the chicane. What can the number 2 driver for McLaren produce this afternoon here at Singapore? Comes around the final corner then, sets it up, puts the foot down, opens the back window, and goes P2 with a 1:44.685. So as you can see, we've got a championship battle going on, and we've got a battle for pole position, and these guys are coming out pretty early then. Thomas Reed is out. Websy is out. Websy's going to be the first one to cross the line. Sammy is going to be the last one to cross the line in this little run of drivers. And so let's have a look then. I'm going to have a little sip of water as JDM Thunder, he was provisional pole, mind you, so he has got a lot of pace coming up to the final sector. Shiny, if you correct me one more time, mate, I will kick you out of the chat. Don't fuck with me, mate. I shouldn't swear. Sorry, Jesus. Forgive me. All right, Ryan Adair then. He starts his last flying lap. We'll keep an eye on him. The Aston Martin also starts his last flying lap as well. Ryan Adair, the reserve driver for the Mercedes, coming around Sector 1 then. He goes wide. Does he invalidate? No, he doesn't invalidate. I thought you invalidate there. Websy also going through Sector 1 as well. Ryan Adair coming up. What does he do? He's 7/10 up on his time, down on his time, so he's not improving at all. Websy then, what can he do? Coming down the first DRS straight in Sector 1 is 5.5 tenths up on his time, mind you. If you don't mind, thank you very much. MC Jammy starts his last flying lap as well. Fat Cat Batman out. He starts his last flying lap. So we have got a qualifying on this evening. 28 seconds to go in Q3. Websy then in Sector 2 coming through the chicane and up to the Singapore Bridge. What can he do? He needs to rotate his car. He has to stay calm if he's going to put it on pole here this afternoon. MC Jammy starts his last flying lap coming up to the end of Sector 1. Can he improve? Yes, to the tune of 3.5 seconds. Thomas Reed trying to chase down his championship battle here. Currently finding himself in P9 for the McLaren. Very out of character down the DRS straight. He is 7.5 tenths up on his time. You wouldn't expect anything less. As we see Websy put in a purple middle sector. Pop Top Bongo goes P2. Johnny only good enough for P3. Ryan Adair with a 1:44.76 in P5. It is going to be Websy for the Aston Martin coming around the final corner. He was up in Sector 1, up in Sector 2. Can he put it up on pole? Can he put it on the first row? Around the final corner. He can. He goes provisional pole and says, everyone else, you've got to chase me. MC Jammer coming through the middle sector then. He is 4 tenths up on his time. Sammy is on his last flying lap as well. Thomas Reed coming through Sector 2. What does it look like for the McLaren driver then? He is up on his time to the tune of 1.6 seconds. It looks like pole position. MC Jammy through Sector 2 is up on his time as well. Currently Websy is a provisional pole. Can MC Jammy have anything to do about it? Musi currently P3 in the championships, but where is he going to be at the Singapore Grand Prix? Only good enough for P4. Sammy then in the Ferrari. Can he do anything about it? Can JS10 do anything about it? Thomas Reed around the final corner. This is qualifying. This is Singapore. Only good enough for P3 then. Sammy in the Ferrari. He's had pace all afternoon. Finds himself down in P12, but can he do something here? The last chicane he's got to get right. He was up in Sector 1. Alex Kelly goes pole position with a 1:42.7. Alex Kelly in the Williams DNF last week goes pole position here in Singapore. Throws the gauntlet down and says, I may have dropped 3 positions this week. I may be P4 in the championship, but I am P1 at Singapore. Alex Kelly, P1, Singapore Grand Prix. Qualifying. What a qualifying. Alex Kelly P1, Fat Cat Batman Catman in P2, Websy in P3, and Thomas Reed in P4. What a qualifying we have. MC Jammy, probably a surprise there, down in P6, currently in P2 in the championships. And Oof yet to set a lap. He'll start from the back of the grid. What a qualifying here at Tier 1 Wallaby Racing League. You wouldn't want it any other way. Have a water. So this is the Singapore Grand Prix. Welcome to the neon jungle, the glowing labyrinth, the human nightmare for drivers everywhere. We are racing tonight at the Marina Bay Street Circuit, and if you're new here, this track does not forgive. This track does not forget. This track eats wings for dinner and your ERS battery for dessert. Let's hit the stats. The track length here is 4.9 kilometers, laps are 63. in a full race. Of course, this is a 50%. We have 19 turns, 7 to the right, and 12 to the left. It is an anti-clockwise track. The lap record is by the greatest of all time in 2023 with a 1:35.867, Sir Lewis Hamilton. We have got a few DRS straights down here. And this track eats tyres for breakfast. The humidity absolutely destroys them. And the difficulty rating is harder than convincing Left for Dead to practice. This place is the definition of concentration. One mistake and you're kissing the wall so hard you'll need to buy it dinner. We've got long straights, brutal braking zones, and the famous Singapore humidity, where drivers will lose 2 to 3 kilos just by surviving the race. Let's head down then. As we can see, we have got 5 lights out, and away we go. Alex Kelly got off to a really good start. So did Fat Cat Batman on the inside. Is he going to launch? They just about make contact, but they're called Tier 1 for a reason, and Websy and Thomas Reed go wheel to wheel around turn 1. Who's going to get the better exit? Looks like Thomas Reed on the outside takes P3 for the McLaren and up into P3 as Websy loses the position for the Aston Martin. MC Jammy also up a couple of positions as well. Pulls out and has a look up the inside, but nothing going there. The other Aston Martin also having a look, and Jono, and he takes the position, goes up on the inside of the Kick Sauber of Oxtillo, and that is 3 wide here at Singapore, ladies and gentlemen, as the McLaren of Wingy Woo looks on the inside, but nothing going. Jono still wheel to wheel with the Kick Sauber, but the Kick Sauber of Oxtillo shows his experience, shows his grip level, shows why his name is Oxtillo, and stays out in P8. That is a great move. Up the top then, Williams of Pop Top Bongo has lost a couple of positions and down into P6. MC Jammy in P5, Websy P4, Thomas Reed P2, and a great start from Alex Kelly Kalki in P1 as he leads the Singapore Grand Prix. This is lap 1. Everyone starting on the medium tyre then. It does look like you could get through with a 1 stop. Your medium tyres will go to about lap 12 or 13 will be your undercut. Lap 14 to 15 will be ideal, but it will depend on safety cars as well. So Alex Kelly out in front to the tune of 0.4 of a second, being quickly followed by Fatman, Catman, Batman, and Thomas Reed down in P3 then. Let's have a look at the position changes. It all looks pretty good. Our biggest winner is Mozza, up 3 positions, and FST Mercedes drivers having an absolute shocker as we see Fatman, Catman down the DRS straight for the Alpine. The pink lollipop goes up into P1 and becomes the leader of this Grand Prix with the fastest first sector as well, if you don't mind. But Alex Kelly is right on his backside, and I imagine that there's going to be a few changes through the DRS zones all afternoon. Alex Kelly then right on the backside of Fatman, Catman, and Thomas Reed in the McLaren, also hunting for positions as well. Through the Singapore tunnel we go then into the hairpin, and Fatman Catman prioritizes the exit down this DRS straight, and Audrey is out of the Grand Prix, and we have a full course safety car. Audrey is out of this Grand Prix. I'm not sure what happened, but the Racing Bull has been jolted into the wall. He's lost his front wing. We do hope he's okay. He's probably going to airlift to hospital right now. Audrey for the Racing Bull, for the FST Driving Academy. Absolute heartbreak as he is now out of this Grand Prix and becomes our first victim. So we have our first safety car this afternoon here at Wallaby Racing League. Fat Cat Batman in P1, Alex Kelly in P2. It's probably all a little bit too soon to jump into the pits, but Mozza has jumped in the pits, put the hard tyres on. That makes, I think that's going to make the rest of his race pretty interesting indeed. So, Wallaby Racing League, we have 4 tiers. If you're new here, Tier 1 races tonight, obviously on a Wednesday night. Tuesday night is Tier 2. Tier 3 and Tier 4 is where it's at, though, and they race on a Sunday night at 5:30 and 7:30, respectfully, I believe. Oh, are you still in daylight savings time? 6:30 and 8:30 then. Because I'm over in Western Australia, which is the goat suburb state of Australia. Aston Martin, the safety car, is leading. I wonder what it feels like for an Aston Martin to lead a race. The only time they do ever lead a race is when the safety car is driving them around, of course. Oh, I need a back massage. What do we got? How many people in the stream? 21 people in the stream. That's absolutely pathetic. Get your grandma in here. Ring your mum. Get her in here as well. Ring your friends. Come on, guys. I don't get out of bed for that breakfast, so let's up the numbers, eh? Up the numbers. I mean, last week was a hoot. You get Wallaby After Dark at the end of the Grand Prix. If you do stick around, it does get fun here at Wallaby Racing League. In the Tier 1 commentary box, we are lap 3 of 31. My name is Skillsy. I am glad to have you here. Yeah, let's get into it as the safety car is still out at the moment. One more lap to go, guys, and we will get back to racing lap 4 of 31. Safety car is in this lap. So let's head back to the track. If you are new to F1, Fat Cat Batman will become the new leader of this race, and he'll become essentially the safety car. He'll slow down once he puts his foot down. The rest of the field will go. So Fat Man, Catman, Batman, Satman leading this Grand Prix. All is quiet as we await the restart. And we are off here on this Grand Prix. It does look like Fat Man Catman has caught the rest of the field, just snoozing a little bit out in front then to the tune of 0.4 of a second. Pretty good restart from the back here as well. Wingy Woo down to P10. He did start in P10 though as well. So I'm not sure. I thought he gained a couple of positions, but around turn 1 we go then. MC Jammy right on the back of the Aston Martin of Websy as we go down the DRS straight. Remember, there is no DRS for the lap after the safety car, and so you're going to have to rely on skill and exit, of which there is not a lot here in Tier 1. Down, Wingy Roo's right on the back of Jono in the Aston Martin to the tune of 0.2 of a second. Out in front then, Fat Man Catman is just keeping Alice Kelly off as they get a good exit around that corner and into Sector 2 then. Up to the Singapore Bridge we go then. And it all looks pretty good. These guys are showing why they are Tier 1. Setting it up for the hairpin. What can Alex Kelly do then? Can he do anything? What can Thomas Reed do? Websy in the Aston Martin has got some pace as well. MC Jammy in P5. Thomas Reed, P3, 2/10 behind. The field is very close then at the moment. Fatman Catman is out in front, but it is left for dead. Thomas Reed, who sets the fastest lap of this race into Sector 1. Around turn 4 we go then. It's all about setting up for this exit and this long DRS straight. Alex Kelly, 4/10 behind. Can he do anything? He's got to be careful because he's got left for dead hunting him down behind. He does close the gap to the tune of 0.3 of a second, but not close enough to make a move. Ryan Adair for the Mercedes down in P17 and Moza leading the back of the field, but we have a 20-car DRS train here at Singapore. This is why these guys are Tier 1. They're going to have to be crafty here. The front three looks like they're just about to kiss each other, and up to the Singapore Bridge we go then. Alex Kelly right on his gearbox, coming up to the second DRS zone here at Singapore. Around the hairpin, look at Thomas Reed right on the back, but Websy is keeping him for company as well. Can Websy do anything? He's right on the backside. Has he got a little bit more downforce in that Aston Martin to make a move on those straights? Up to Sector 3 then we go. Fatman Catman is leading this Grand Prix for lap 6 of 31. We are 25% through this race. And let's just have a look at the standings then while these guys are going around. That is your standings at the moment. As you can see, Fatman Catman is P1 with 125 points, followed by Jono and Musi Gaming on 109 equally. Down the DRS straight. This is going to be interesting. Around turn 4 we go. He's a lot closer this time. We'll go back to the standings very shortly, but let's have a look. Can Fatman Catman make a move here? Thomas Reed, probably a little bit far back. He's pumping his battery. He's on the inside. It's all going to be about who breaks later, and he has to pull out, but he's going to have better grip around the outside. Alex Kelly did look like he opened the door just a little bit, but he's had to pull in behind once more. Fatman Catman, sorry, he did get overtaken by Alex Kelly. Obviously, Alex Kelly leading the Grand Prix at the moment. Thomas Reed right on the gearbox, and it does look like Fatman Catman doesn't have as much pace as he looked like he had in Baku. So is he going to be easy pickings here? Thomas Reed has to make fast pickings of this because as he's defending, he finds himself 7/10 now behind Alex Kelly, but that is enough to get DRS down this straight and defend from left for dead. So around turn 13 we go then. You have to be careful about how wide you get there because of the warnings. There is a car width there. You can actually get a warning down that backside of the track. There was MC Jammy in the Alpine looking to have a look on the McLaren there, but nothing on the bloody Aston Martin. Come on, Matt. On the Aston Martin, but nothing going there. Then round the final corner, Thomas Reed, he saved his battery. He is pumping through it. He's opened his back wing. He has a look and tucks in behind for turn 1 and 2 once more. So around turn 3 we go then, leading up to turn 4 and leading to the DRS straight. Can anything happen here? It's all very, very close once more. Jazatan for the Red Bull is on the back of ZK by 3/10. Here we go then, down the DRS straight. Can Thomas Reed do anything? Probably not when Fatman Catman has the DRS. Flubber, Ryan Adair and Moza have broken off the back of this DRS train as Flubber has lost a couple of positions. Has he spun maybe, or he just got gobbled up? Down in P18, does the Mercedes go? And now the front pack is starting to form, but it's still to the tune of 15 drivers here in Singapore. It is Alex Kelly, Kalki, your previous championship leader, dropping 4 positions during the week after DNF at Baku, who is leading this Grand Prix. But look at this exit by Fatman Catman. He's got the battery. He's got the exit. He's got the back window open. And now he's got the lead of this Grand Prix as Fatman Catman switches positions once more. Down this straight we go then. Down this straight we go then, around the final corner. Does Fatman Batman go? And he's trying to break this DRS. He is breaking it to the tune of 7/10. Jono, is he trying the undercut? Yes, he is. Aston Martin comes into the pits on lap 8. That is very, very soon. Is there rain coming? Is that something that we've missed? Maybe there's rain coming. He can try and get the hard tyres through to the rain. We know the undercut here is to the tune of about 2 seconds, and so it's quite... it is very fast. The undercut is very powerful here at Singapore, especially in this game. And so that's really, really interesting there from Jono for pitting so early. He will get the 2 seconds, but obviously he will lose a lot of time come later in this race. But that all depends whether there is rain coming or not. Fatman Catman is trying to get away from Alice Kelly, currently 7/10 away. Thomas Reed, on a night where he needs to get some big points, finds himself in P3 for the McLaren, P4 in the championship, of course. MC Jammy, Music Gaming, down in P5, right on the back of Websy as well, and just about breaking DRS. Has he done it? Not yet, but just about breaking DRS from the Williams of Pop Top Bongo. So Jono then, first one to pit. What are they going to do out in front? Are they going to respond and react, or are they going to stay out and they'll have to catch him later in the race? We've seen this from Jono before, where he's made these bold moves and sometimes they've paid off and sometimes they haven't. Alice Kelly looking like he just brushed the wall a little bit there on the exit and putting everyone a little bit out. But Sammy, is he in the pits? Yes, he is. So Sammy has responded and reacted to Jono, and he is now in the pits. The front guys are choosing to stay out and having their own race. I would imagine they'll still go to lap 13 or 14 on those medium tyres. Otherwise, those hard tyres will not make it until the end, unless, of course, rain is coming. But we are unsure of that. MC Jam in the Alpine trying to find a way around Revsy, but it's very difficult when everyone is stuck in that DRS train. But I'll tell you who's not stuck in that DRS train is Ox Chillo in the Kick Sauber. So in the middle, in the third sector we go then. 2 seconds, guys. So Fatman Catman is leading this Grand Prix out in front from Alice Kelly in P2, and he has broken the DRS. Thomas Reed in P3 has to make quick work of this. Does he have a dive down the inside? No, he doesn't. Jono goes fastest lap after his hard tyres have now warmed up. They are a lot quicker than these medium tyres. Lap 11 of 31. But Jono's going to be really careful because he's going to have to get them all the way home. It is Fatman Catman out in front from Kalki. Be quiet, Noodles. You get off your phone and commentate. How about that? Nah, just kidding. Love you, bro. Just dealing with a bit of a crisis at the moment. Fatman Catman out in front from Alice Kelly. Thomas Reed chooses to pit. So does MC Jammy. The other guys stay out in front. This is going to be super interesting to see the undercut. We are on lap 12 of 31. And this is going to... Now, hopefully these guys don't come out in too much traffic. Where is Jono then? Jono down the main straight has undercut Thomas Reed just, and that's going to be heartbreaking for Thomas Reed because now he has to get past Sammy and the Aston Martin of Jono, which is going to be very, very difficult here at Singapore. Their tyres are warmed up, and yeah, Thomas Reed is going to have a cracking outlap here, and then hopefully not get too held up by the Ferrari. The undercut may be completely useless now if he does get held up in traffic. But Fatman Catman is absolutely flying. Now he is out of the DRS danger of Alex Kelly, and he's out in front to the tune of 2.3 seconds, and he's got clean air as well. So the Alpine flying on lap 12 of 31 here in Singapore. Alex Kelly P2, Websy P3, 5/10. Pop Top Bongo 3/10 behind him in P4, and Ox Chillo in P5. Fat Cat Batman then does take the pits. Alex Kelly, is he going to follow him in? Is he going to stay out? Alex Kelly stays out for the better tyres at the end of this race. Websy stays out as well. Oxchillo comes into pit, and so does Wingy Poo as well. Oofanoof, does he pit? Yes, he does. And so everyone has come in now except for Alex Kelly, Websy, Pop Top Bongo, Jahazatan, and Mozza. This is a race of undercuts, and so this is going to be absolutely incredible to see how this ends at the end of the race. Are we going to see rain shortly? Is there going to be a late safety car? All answers are going to be coming your way in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Thomas Reed then has Fatman Catman right behind him, so he has undercut the leader of this race. It couldn't have worked out any better for Left 4 Dead. He's going to have one lap older tyres, though, at the end of this race, but he has successfully undercut the Fatman Batman, but Fatman Batman's not interested with that. He comes up on the outside on colder tyres, but the wily old fox of Left 4 Dead cuts off the inside, gives him nowhere to go on the exit, and maintains P8. This is the race for the lead. Jono, currently your provisional leader at the moment in the Aston Martin, but we know pitted very, very early. Sammy in P2, again pitted very early as well, and Left 4 Dead P3 being chased down by the two Alpines, by the two championship leaders in Fatman Catman and Musi Gaming. So around the hairpin we go then. This is absolutely huge for the race and huge for the championship. Fatman Catman tries it again on the outside. He does the switchback, but I don't know if you can switch back Left 4 Dead. They're going wheel for wheel down this DRS straight. Maybe you can switch back Left 4 Dead. If anyone can do it, Fatman can do it. And Fatman has done it, has he? No, he hasn't. They're going wheel to wheel. It's Thomas Reed. It's Fatman Catman. It's Thomas Reed. It's wheel to wheel around the final quarter. Fatman Batman comes out in front on the outside, if you don't mind. And the other Alpine is there to box him in. MC Jammy is going on the inside of Left 4 Dead. And Left 4 Dead's on the outside going to turn 3. He's got to be careful here. He's going to lose 2 positions. He pumps his battery. He's got the inside line. Can he make the move? Coming around turn 4. They're wheel for wheel around turn 4. This is racing, folks. This is Wallaby Racing League. Fatman Catman is up on Sammy then. Is he going to make the move? No, he's not. But who did make the move is MC Jammy, and it is Alpine 5 and 6 in the Singapore Grand Prix. Jono, P3, your current leader. Alex Kelly still has not pitted lap 14 on those medium tyres. He is going long, folks. He is going long. But it is the Alpines of Fatman Catman and MC Jammy who have just made the moves of all time on Thomas Reed down in P7. That is heartbreak, folks. It depends what side of the fence you're on. If you're a McLaren, you're crying. If you're on the Alpine, you're celebrating. But the Alpine just gave each other a bit of a kiss there. As we come round the hairpin and through the DRS straight, there's no love lost by any of these guys at the top, as you will know if you're in our server. So around we go once more then, and into Sector 3. It is Fatman Catman who wants to get past Sammy pretty quickly. He pulls around on the inside. Is he going to give a bit of a dive bomb? No, he is not. He's just going to let Sammy know, hey buddy, I'm here and I'm watching you and I'm going to pass you. Around the final corner we go then. It is Fat Catman down the main straight. He's got DRS. He's got battery. entry. He has a look on the inside. He's got the gonads for the move, but he can't make it stick. So around turn 2 and 3 we go then. It is Fatman Catman up on the gearbox of the Ferrari. He has a look on the inside. He wants to set it up for the DRS straight. He does a bit of a switchback, does he? He looks for it, but Sammy is a wily old fox. But Fatman Catman tricks him by going left, goes right, and now the Ferrari has to hold his line. Down the main straight though, he couldn't get the exit, and MC Jammy Musi Gaming sends it on his teammate up the inside, and Fatman Catman, he leaves the door open for MC Jammy. MC Jammy is going wheel to wheel. They've got to be careful of the McLaren here. In Left for Dead, into Sector 2 we go then, and Fatman Catman pulls out in front and shuts the door on his teammate and says, mate, we are racing for keeps here. There is no team orders. I'll tell you what the order is though. The order is racing. The location is Tier 1. Welcome to Wallaby Racing League. Around the hairpin we go then, and on to the main straight. Jono out in front then from Sammy, from Fatman Catman, and then MC Jammy as well. Thomas Reed behind him there. Websy in P7. So down the DRS straight we go in Sector 3 then, and there's hunting going on all over the place. Fatman Catman in P4. Jono is your leader, 11 seconds behind Mozza, who hasn't pitted yet. It is Jono, but he's got hard tyres. He pitted very early. Can he get them home? That is going to be the question. Down the main straight we go then. What Jono is doing is keeping everyone in DRS zone, and Websy now on Thomas Reed. Thomas Reed is going backwards. Websy into P6, gets the move done on the outside, and now Oxchillo is also hunting down a McLaren on the backside of him then. Thomas Reed right behind Websy into the DRS straight we go then. Fatman Catman looks like he's going to make the move on the Ferrari. Up on the inside is he? He gives him the outside line, which will give him the inside line on the next corner. They go wheel to wheel. The other Alpine looks like he's going to follow him through as well. Fatman Catman on the inside has a poor exit, but Ferrari has a worse exit. They're still wheel to wheel around turn 7. He straightens the car up. He puts the foot down, and he's slightly ahead. Who is going to pull out? And it is the Ferrari who pulls out, and Fatman Catman shows you why he is P1 in the championship. He shows you why he is the championship leader. We're not at school, but that was all class. Around the hairpin we go then. MC Jammy on the back of Sammy. He is hunting down and sniffing blood. The Ferrari's not the only thing that's red. So is the blood that is pouring out of Sammy's wounds right now, as he is becoming the victim to an all-out Alpine attack. Down the DRS straight we go then in Sector 3 for the 16th time this afternoon. Who else is smelling blood? It is Websy in the Aston Martin on Jammy. Shoves it up the outside and says, thank you very much. That is a move of all class, folks. Thomas Reed down the main straight then is right on the back of MC Jammy as well. Mozza shoves it into the pits, clears the way, and MC Jammy, Websy goes through on Sammy, and the Aston Martin is roaring through. Oxchillo then on the back of Thomas Reed, giving a bit of grief, but who else is coming through is Alex Kelly down the inside of Oxchillo. He was leading this race. Before this race, he was leading the championship, but can he lead the Kick Sauber in the DRS zone? And the answer is yes. Alex Kelly up onto P7. MC Jammy and Sammy then once more. An Alpine and a Ferrari go wheel to wheel. The ERS, we're going to go 3 wide then. Why not? Thomas Reed is in the middle. The Williams for the second week in a row. Alex Kelly, is it? He's in the wall. Is it the Williams? But he's got it back straight. And Alex Kelly P7. It's chaos. Is there a lost wing? What has happened here? Thomas Reed then on the back. He is currently ghosted and driving through Left for Dead. It's going to be interesting in the steward's office what's going to happen to that. But what a race here we have in Tier 1. And all while this is happening, Jono out in front to the tune of 2/10, and Fatman Catman is chasing him down. He's got the back window open, but he's not going to be close enough. Alex Kelly, though, is close enough to the Kick Sauber of Oxchillo as they go into the Sector 3. Back window wide open. Oxchillo just stayed in DRS zone as well. He's got a back window as well, but so does Fatman Catman. And around the final chicane chicane we go then, and around the final corner for lap 17 of 31. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast here as Alex Kelly gets the job done on Oxchillo down the main straight. There is Websy looking to hunt down a Batman, and Fat Man's got to be careful here. Around turn 1 we go, turn 2, and the Aston Martins are working very, very well together. Around turn 2 and 3, Fat Man, Catman, we know how dangerous he is in clean air. We don't want to let him go. If Jono lets him go, I don't know if he'll catch him on old tyres. Down the DRS straight we go then. Websy looks like he got a great exit as well. Looks up the inside. Is there anything going? Fat Man, Catman, he has to tuck in behind. Down behind then. Alex Kelly right on the back of MC Jammy as well. Into Sector 2 we go for the 18th time of 31 this evening. Websy finds himself a 10th behind Fat Man, Catman going into Sector 2 and leading up to the Singapore Bridge. Is that next DRS zone going to be the place that he can get it done? Does Thomas Reed have damage? He finds himself 9/10 behind in P8. His teammate can provide a little bit of cover for him now in P9 as well. Around the hairpin we go then. Jono out in front. Fat Man, Catman with the better tyres. Websy falling a little bit behind. Fat Man, Catman got a great run, but he sets it up. Around the corner we go then, and leading into Sector 3 and the third DRS straight. Can he get it done here? It is the Alpine. Where is he going to go? He goes on the inside. They go wheel to wheel, but the Alpine of Jono, he's a wily old fox, shuts it off. But has he shut it off enough? Yes, he has, and he remains out in P1. He's got to be careful. It is Fat Man, Catman around. Websy has spun him. There has been contact, and Fat Man, Batman is down into P12. Your championship leader is losing positions, but who's not losing positions is Alex Kelly, and he just about spun as well as he went into Music Gaming, and it is all happening here at the Singapore Grand Prix. MC Jammy P4, Alex Kelly P5. What a race. What racecraft. This is absolutely amazing by the Tier 1 fellas here, and all sorts of calms down here, but that was a few laps of absolute chaos. Let's look at the tyres while we've got a minute to breathe. It is Websy then, 5-lap old tyres, who has just taken the Grand Prix lead. Jono, who's going to give him a bit of cover behind, you would think, because he's got 10-lap old tyres. Sammy on 9, and then we've got MC Jammy on 7 laps. Kalki on 5-lap old tyres in the Williams. Watch him come through the track here with better tyres. Oxchillo in P6 then, and Left for Dead, who's found his pace once more in this long DRS train on 7-lap old hard tyres. Pop Top Bongo, 3-second time penalty, as does Wingy Woo. That's going to be massive here in a race where time is everything, as Alex Kelly goes wheel to wheel with the Ferrari. MC Jammy also having a look, but nothing doing for him. He gets past Sammy. Sammy's had to wait and lose a couple of positions. Oxchillo, the wily old fox, looks to come up on the inside as well, but Sammy with the DRS goes wheel to wheel with the Alpine. Around turn 1 then we go. Turn 2 and turn 3, the mini hairpin. We're going too wide everywhere. Where do we look? And Sammy in P5 up on MC Jammy. Oxchillo's right on his gearbox. Oxchillo's got the better tyres as well. Down the DRS straight we go. Alex Kelly, Kalki, he has recovered from a little bit of damage, and Sammy in the Ferrari goes past MC Jammy. Musy Gamey, but Musy Gamey does the switch back. He says, mate, you'll have to do better to get past me there. Oxchillo nearly got squished into the wall, which gave Thomas Reed a little bit of an opening. Can he take advantage of it? Tries to switch back on Oxchillo, but Oxchillo has to close him off. Loses a little bit of time to the Ferrari, and into the Singapore Bridge we go once more then. It is Websy out in front to the tune of 3 seconds. Alex Kelly is trying to chase down and get past Jono in the Aston Martin, creating a great buffer for his teammate. Through the hairpin we go then, and into the DRS zone. Sammy critically has DRS, but only just. Oxchillo behind him to the tune of 3/10, and then Thomas, Left for Dead Reed, hunting down the kick Sauber of Oxchillo. He pumps his DRS, and through the final sector we go once more then. Lap 20 of 31. Lap 20 of 31 we go in Singapore. around the final corner into the DRS. It is Websy out in front by 3.6 seconds. It is the reserve for Aston Martin. They do have a history of picking up race winners as reserves. But with all this battling, there is a few gaps starting to stretch out now. Alex Kelly in P3 looking to chase down the Aston Martin. He has to get past him quickly, you would assume. But Jono with a great exit and a lot of battery as well. Looks like he has him covered once more. What an exit by Jono. What defending for his teammate in front. And this is absolutely great teammate driving. Oxchillo on the back of Sammy. Sammy looks like he's about to lose. But just as I start to talk about how good the defending was, Alex Kelly just about gets past him, but not so fast there, young man, because Jono pulls out his belt, gives him a little whack, puts him across his knee and says, mate, you're going to have to do a bit better than that if you're going to get past me. Oxchillo on the back of Sammy, who has to stay and try and keep in DRS. Around the hairpin we go, and we know that it's all about setting up this exit. Has Alex Kelly done enough to get any sort of a move done? Not yet. And into the third sector we go once more. Just over 10 laps to go in this Singapore Grand Prix. And I hope you've had as much fun as I have, because this has been absolutely incentuating to watch. It has been beautiful. It has been gorgeous. It has been amazing. Alex Kelly, P3 then, finds himself much closer. He has set him up. Can he knock him down? But Jono, with the exit once more around the final corner, stays out in front. ZK picks up a 3-second time penalty. So that is 5 drivers now with time penalties as we're getting down to the later stages of this race. And Jono has pulled a Perez. He has defended to the tune of 6 seconds now for Websy out in front on old tyres, mind you. Alex Kelly frustrated behind in the Alpine, and then MC Jammy in P4, and the DRS train just follows from there. The bottleneck of Jono doing an absolute beautiful job for his teammate out in front. Websy 6 seconds then. Alex Kelly looking to get a move done. The Alpine of Music Gaming also frustrated behind him. Up to the Singapore Bridge we go once more then. Can he get the job done? This hairpin, the exits, Jono's has been cintuating. It has been gorgeous. It has been amazing exits. Better exits than the Kwinana Freeway. Alex Kelly, once more, can't get the job done, even with the extra 18 kilometers an hour assistance from DRS. So into the third sector we go once more then. Jono out in front. 2 tenths behind is Alex Kelly. Fatman Catman gets a 3-second time penalty. ZK is out. Is that a safety car? It is a safety car here, folks. We have got a safety car here in Singapore. If you thought you had seen it all, if you thought that was it, you are wrong. And Websy, where is Websy? Websy has passed the pit entry and he's caught up to the safety car. So this is absolutely heartbreaking for the Aston Martin of Websy, who has missed the pit lane and he has caught the safety car. He was leading this Grand Prix by 6 seconds, and sometimes life is just not fair. So Jono has pulled a masterstroke here of luck. Jono walked into the casino and he had 19 in his hand on blackjack, and he said hit, and he got a 2. He got a 2 because he pitted super early. And his tyres wouldn't have got to the end. He defended his mate. He defended him to the tune of 6 seconds, only to get a safety car when his tyres are about to die, jump in, and now lead the Grand Prix. I don't know if you've ever seen racing like this before, but this has been one of the greatest races of Wallaby Racing League history, and the tail in the turn is not finished yet. Is Jono trying to slow the pack down? It doesn't look like it. I don't know if he's going to be able to slow it down enough to give Websy that pit stop, but he's certainly trying. But the safety car is very, very slow. I think you need about 20 seconds here. Dynasty Sparrow says Fat Cat can get the penalty removed, but we don't know that, mate. We just got to play it as it lies. Fat Man, Catman also got caught in the double stack. The championship leader now finds himself down in P14. Absolutely heartbreaking. So here we go then. Websy was the leader of this race. He stays out. Websy is staying out. Websy is staying out, people. This is racing. Oh, is Jono going to do a teamwork here? Are they in a party? Is this the ultimate Perez move? Is this the ultimate falling on your sword? Jono played a masterstroke. Websy is the reserve. Surely the reserve lets the full-time driver win, but who knows? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below what you think is happening here, because Websy's choosing to stay out. He's going to be on very, very old tyres. Jono was doing a Perez and holding him up, holding the rest of the pack up for him. And now he's going to have to do it again, or he's going to fly right past him and take the lead of this race. And if he does that, Websy will be absolutely vulnerable to all the cars behind him. I don't know if this is the right move here, especially in Tier 1. 6 laps to go. Six laps to go here, guys. Safety car restart. Lap 24 of 31. Websy in P1, Jono in P2. Here we go then. The safety car is in and we are off racing once more in Singapore F1. Lap 25 of 31. Here we go. Websy from Jono, from Alice Kelly, and then MC jamming the Alpine behind him. Thomas Reed has made quick work of With Matif. He's going to have to get the job done. He has lost a few positions in the safety car pit window. I'm not sure what happened in that pit window, but he has definitely lost out in P9. In P9 is not somewhere you'll hear Left 4 Dead being. It is new and uncharted territory here in Tier 1, but we have got Aston Martin 1-2. Jazatan goes past Oxchillo. He gets contact. He has ghosted Oxchillo. I think Sammy did touch him, but it looks like he hasn't got any damage. So away we go then. We continue down in Singapore up to the Singapore Bridge then. Websy away from Jono, away from Alice Kelly, and then MC Jammy in P4 then. Sammy in P5 and Oxchillo. He looks like he's back to himself. Sammy closes the door, but Oxchillo sends it down the hairpin, and it gets the better exit as well. It is Oxchillo of the Kick Sauber. What a move by the wily old fox, but it is the Ferrari who's got the inside line, but Oxchillo's far enough ahead to get the good exit and pump his battery and stay P5. Oxchillo P5, you love to see it. He has had a tough season so far, a bit of a tough run, but don't count out Sammy and Ryan Adair in P7. Ryan for the Mercedes. He is a reserve driver driving up at the moment as Left 4 Dead Thomas Reed goes on the inside of Pop Top Bongo. Look at this, wheel to wheel around the down the main straight, and you'd think that Left 4 Dead needs to get the move done fairly soon if he's going to have any sort of a chance of sneaking a podium. 2/10 behind then. Jono up on Websy, his teammate. Are they racing for keeps? Are they playing the team game? Only time will tell. Jono on the outside says, no, I'm here to win, and he becomes the leader of the Singapore Grand Prix. Websy in P2, Alex Kelly, Kalki in P3. He sniffs blood, he makes contact. Can he get the exit? The racecraft on the outside is Alex Kalki. Kelly goes around the outside. The Aston Martin has a bit of a moment, and the Alpine looks like he wants to come through as well, but the door has been shut. We have got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Down through the bridge we go once more then. The Singapore bridge is Jono, 5/10 away from Alex Kelly. Kalki DNF'd in Baku, DNF by the Caspian Sea. He wants redemption. He needs points. Oxchillo up on the Alpine then as the Alpine locks into turn 13. And around that corner we go then. Pumps the battery, does Oxchillo. Can he get the job done? It is Oxchillo of old. It is Oxchillo of old. We haven't seen this racing all season, but Oxchillo puts his mark on this race. Goes up into P4 as the Alpine and Sammy go wheel to wheel. And the Alpine wins out. Around the final corner we go once more then. Lap 27 of 31. It is left for dead up on the inside. He does a little bit of a switchback, tries the outside, then does the McLaren. Can he get the job done? I think he got a track warning there around on the outside then of turn 3. He gets pushed wide by the Williams of Pop Top Bongo. No love loss there, and he has to stick it in behind. 1/10 behind. Oxchillo then smells blood. Websy is out of DRS, and he's on the old tyres, and backwards does Websy go, and you love to see it. We haven't seen it in 2026. It is a distant memory, but you have all dreamed about it. Oxchillo on a podium position here with 4 laps to go. You love to see it. What a move by Oxchillo. What a dream come true for the fans. The kick Sauber up into a podium position. MC Jammy then for the Alpine is currently P2 in the championship, drawing as well, looking for points. Jono currently P2 in the championship, but your live championship standings would have Jono as your new championship leader. He puts in a purple middle sector on lap 27 of 31. Alex Kelly finds enough speed to get back into DRS, but is it too little, too late? Are we going to have a last lap dash to see if he can take the lead of not only this race, but also this Grand Prix? MC Jammy in P5 then. The Alpine around the final corner. Websy on the old tyres. He is vulnerable. He is bleeding. He is losing positions. And MC Jammy, Musi Gaming, currently P2 in the championship, needs the points. Can he make quick work of this? Or is he going to get gobbled up by the Ferrari of Sammy behind him? Pop Top Bongo, 3-second time penalty, currently holding up left for dead in P4 in the championship. So around the DRS straight we go then. Once more, the Alpine. He has got DRS back window open. Where's he going to put it? On the outside he goes then into turn 5. They go wheel to wheel, and the Aston Martin's done very well. This is racing for your ass, folks. Into turns 5 and 6 we go, and the Alpine makes work of it. Up into P4 he goes. 3.5 laps to go here in the Singapore Grand Prix. Wingy Woo gets past JDR Thunder, but he does have that 3-second time penalty. And down the back, there's a little battle going on right there. But up the front is where we want to see the battle, because it's Jono. He pitted in lap 8. It was early. It was too early. But just like Jesus Christ rose from the grave and the resurrection, a lifeline was given to Jono when the safety car came out. 4 short laps to go. He could get off those old hard tyres. Websy stayed out. Jono got the gift that he was looking for. He got the miracle of walking on the water and now finds himself 6/10 ahead of Alex Kelly and currently leading the live championship battle. Oxchillo P3 in the kick Sauber. A dream podium for him, I'm sure. 2 seconds behind that is MC Jammy. I don't think he can do much anymore. Sammy looking to get the move done on Websy. Websy with the old tyres for the Aston Martin, just trying to salvage as many points as he can. But the Ferrari wants to kill this victim, wants to get the job done, wants to get up past and try and chase down the Alpine then. Lap 29 of 31. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. It is a McLaren going backwards, and it is a McLaren of Wingy Woo. He's got no wing. He has no wing, Wingy Woo, and it's going to be the McLaren with 1 single point down in P15 with Jazatan also having to pit after some damage, finds himself in P16. Up here then, Websy Sammy has got the job done on the Aston Martin, who now finds himself in P6 and in the lens of Ryan Adair. But up the front is where we want to focus on. Jono, who's had great exits all day. He's got great straight line speed, and that has saved him and protected him from the extra 18 kilometers an hour from the DRS back window opening behind him. He has defended better than Carragher has all day. He's defended better than Van Dijk, if you like. It is Alex Kelly trying to chase down P1. This is much more than a race win, folks. This is for the championship lead. Then heading over to America. Fat Catman, Mac Catman. He got caught up in a double stack and he lost out and down in P9, and he will lose out the championship lead as well this evening. We know something for sure, that the championship will change, and now we know something else for sure. Alex Kelly has picked up a 3-second time penalty. The team principal of Williams, Coda, his heart is breaking. You can feel the American knees absolutely crying all over the floor as his driver picks up a 3-second time penalty and essentially takes himself out of the championship battle for this week. Oxchillo, though, 2.9 seconds behind and currently P2 in the Singapore Grand Prix. It's what dreams are made of. Come on, Oxchillo, 3 seconds behind, mate. Save some battery. The people want to see it. Do it for the fans. Come on, man. Put your foot down. Alex Kelly then, 5 tenths behind Jono. What will Jono do here? Not letting him through would probably be the best form of defense. You can quote that line if you like as well. Not letting someone through is the best form of defense. Into Sector 3 we go then. Lap 30 of 31 around the Singapore circuit, around Yas Marina at Wallaby Racing League at Tier 1. I'm Skillsy. It's been a pleasure for 30 long laps. Let's bring it home. We have got P1, looks like it's all sorted out. Oxchillo doesn't look like he's got the pace to close down this 3-second penalty. As we go round then, it is Jono in the Aston Martin. We've only got 15 drivers left. Wingy Woo, JK, Flubber, and Audrey is out of this race. Websy was leading by 6 seconds in the middle of this race. Jono was doing a great job for his teammate, holding off the rest of the pack. Safety car came out, and Websy decided to stay out, to the detriment now of 6 positions, and it looks like it's about to be 7 as the Mercedes driver of Ryan Adair looks like he's going to eat him up. Through the second sector we go for the last time this evening. Alex Kelly coming off a fresh DNF in Baku by the Caspian Sea. He was leading the championship down into P4 because it's that close. Fat Man, Catman, Batman then took the championship lead coming into the Yas Marina circuit. He was leading this championship. Safety car came out and broke the Alpine's heart. He had to double stack, and as a result, he found himself down in P11. And Jono, the miracle safety car, came out, and Jono was leading this Grand Prix. He took quick work of Websy, and now he's taking quick work of this championship battle, and he's P1 in the championship, and Jono wins the Singapore Grand Prix here at Yas Marina. Alex Kelly hangs on for P2, Oxchillo P3. What a race by him. Alpine Music Gaming P4, Sammy P5, Websy is going to come home for P6 in the end. Ryan Adair up from Tier 2, does a great job in P7. It's not, we don't say it very often, but it's going to be P8 for Left 4 Dead. JDR, Mr. Thunder P9, with Matif, Fat Cat Batman down in P11. That shakes things up. Pop Top Bongo, Mozza, Oof and Oof, and Jazzatan is going to bring us home for P15. Folks, what a race here at Wallaby Racing League. That was an absolute epic race, guys. Jono in P1, Alex Kelly in P2, Oxchillo in P3. That is all we have time for here at Wallaby Racing League. But that is an absolute cracking race here at the Yas Marina circuit. I hope you have been entertained. What a race. What a race. Thanks, ZK. Appreciate it, mate. Let's have a look then at the final standings here. this evening. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do podium interviews as I've got a little bit of an emergency fix. But let's have a look quickly. Otherwise, Magic Shot's going to kill me. John OP1, communicating with online service. That's great. Alex P2. Oxkilo Jammy changes the championship. So your new championship leader will be John O, followed by Ace Kelly, followed by Music Gaming. And then I think followed by Thomas Reed. But we'll have to have a look. Sammy, Websy, Ryan Adair, JDM, Mr. Thunder, with Matif and P10, Fat Man, Catman, of course. The double stack did not help him when that safety car came out and finds himself in P11. Pop Top Bongo P12, Mozart in P13. Oof and Oof, not a bad finish in P14 in the end. Jazzatan, Wingy Woo, ZK, Flubber, and Orgy Arjuna all DNFing from this race. That is Tier 1, guys. That is Wallaby Racing League. I mean, that was absolutely cracking race from the onset. Jono pitted early, needed an absolute miracle to be able to win this race, and the miracle came. It came, and it came to the tune of a safety car in lap 26, which absolutely saved his butthole. Websy choosing to stay out. Jono making quick work of him, and then bringing it home in P1. Roshan Robot, a very happy team principal, a great showing from his reserve driver in Websy, and a great shake-up to this championship battle. If you have been watching this and you want to get involved in the league, Discord, would love to have you. 4 tiers, you don't have to be the fastest. These were the big dogs of the night. But just get involved. We're going to have 5 tiers next season. If you have enjoyed the stream, I want to encourage you to subscribe. It's $9 a month, and all the proceeds go back to the league to provide prizes. Magic, can you get Connor into the Discord server, mate? Can you just paste our Discord link there? I don't know if you can. But Connor, mate, would love to have you in here. Reach out to one of us, and we'll definitely get you into the league, mate. Just have to fill out some time trials, and we'll get you on track and racing as quick as possible. Awesome, mate. Awesome, mate. Jump in, and I'll see you in the server as well. Chuck us a follow, guys. We'll be back here racing on Sunday night for America. First at Vegas for Tier 4, and then we will be at Coda for Tier 3, and Coda will be in Tier 2 on a Tuesday night, and in Wednesday night as well. Again, I'm sorry I can't do podium interviews, but I've got to take care of something. It's been an absolute pleasure, guys. I will see you here next Wednesday night for Tier 1. My name is Skillsy. That's lights out. Say hi to your sister for me.